Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, Veronica and Jilian are still missing. Law enforcement is suspecting foul play, but they're not telling us a whole lot. Let me play the presser from the OSBI and also go over some things that we do know or believe we know in this case.
On Saturday, March 30th, the Texas County Sheriff's Office requested the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation to investigate the suspicious disappearance of two women. This was 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jilian Kelley. Their vehicle was found abandoned. This was near Highway 95 and Road L, and this was just south of Elkhart, Kansas. This was on the very northern part of rural Texas County, just south of that Kansas line. As soon as the OSBI special agents were requested to assist with this case, our special agents, along with several other local law enforcement agencies in that area, all came together to try to track down where these two people went. As this investigation continued, our agents were able to determine that the abandoned vehicle that was found along that road had information that they were able to gather that showed signs that there was foul play. As of right now, what was found inside of the vehicle, the condition of the vehicle, is still under investigation right now, and in regards to our investigation, that information cannot be released. However, we can say that based on what they were able to obtain, that there was foul play. Right now, we are still looking for both women at this time, and there are no arrests. And again, we've received several tips on this case so far, but we're asking that the public in that area or anyone that has additional information or knows about the whereabouts of these two people to please reach out to the OSBI at tips@osbi.ok.gov, and you can also call us at 1-800-522-8017.
Do we think these two women are even alive?
We're not sure at this time. We're investigating this. We're investigating this as everything is on the table. We are hopeful that they are still alive, but we're going to do everything in our power to track these two people down as quickly as we can.
There's a school district that has been on lockdown for days over this. Why?
That is the school district's decision. However, we understand that there are teachers and other people in the area that are very concerned, and we understand that they're doing what they can to keep their kids safe, as well as their teachers safe as well. That is not something that the OSBI necessarily had told them that they needed to do, but that was the school district's decision, and we understand that they're just trying to keep everyone as safe as possible.
Should Oklahomans be concerned about their well-being?
At this time, we do not believe that the public is in immediate danger. But again, we're trying to do everything that we can to talk to as many people in that area as we can. And because there is foul play involved in this case, we're doing what we can to identify possible suspects. And then if anything changes in regards to that, or if there's someone that we are specifically looking for, we will let the public know, and we will let them know if that changes. But as of right now, there are no suspects identified, and right now we do not believe that the public is in immediate danger.
Any leads on suspect? How many people are we kind of looking at?
That is still under investigation right now.
The story is they were picking up children. What were they? Their children? Whose children were they?
We're still investigating that right now. We know that there was another law enforcement agency that had determined that that's where they were going, but right now our agents are still investigating where their final destination was and where these women were exactly traveling to. We know they were traveling from Kansas. We know they were driving through Oklahoma, and their abandoned vehicle was found in Oklahoma, but where they were going is still under investigation right now.
What evidence led them to believe there's foul play?
again, that the information that was found inside of the vehicle or around the vehicle is something that we're not going to release at this time.
Are we any closer to finding the girls?
We are hopeful. Our agents and other law enforcement agencies in that area are working around the clock to do what they can to track these two people down and to find out what had occurred, why they went missing. I mean, all of that is still under investigation right now, but we're hopeful that we'll have more details coming.
So he was able to kind of give a basic information, but they're not letting out a lot in the disappearance of these two women. And from what I've been able to find out, there's so many rumors. And this is an area that's it's very desolate, and I'm not definitely one that knows anything about like Oklahoma, Kansas, that sort of thing. I mean, I grew up in, Central Florida, so quite a different environment for sure. So the women were traveling 16 miles from Elkhart, Kansas to Eva, Oklahoma. They were picking up Veronica's kids together before they disappeared just 3 miles away from their destination. And I've seen video and photos of the area. There's like nothing out there. It's farms and just land. So there's not a lot going on there. And from what I understand, you don't just go out there. Veronica's blue Kia SUV was the one that they were driving, and that was located abandoned off of Highway 95 and Road L. First, folks were stating that it was just right off of the interstate, and then I'm hearing that it was further out into like the side into some grass or brush area. So again, that particular detail, I think a lot of folks don't know for sure. Multiple agencies are involved in the case, including the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, as we just heard speak, the Texas County Sheriff's Office, and the state's Highway Patrol. The full investigation is ongoing, and no suspects have been reported. And OSBI just stated that. So this has all kind of been the last 2 or 3 days, or even up to 4 days, and they're just not telling us much of anything except that they do suspect foul play. And as far as there's rumors all about that there was a window broken, that there was blood in the car, again, no one is confirming that to be fact. The primary focus in the ongoing investigation is Texas County and areas south of Elkhart, Kansas, where the abandoned vehicle of the missing woman was found. Now, Veronica Butler was engaged in a heated custody dispute with the children's father, Wrangler Rickman. And from what I understood, he was in like therapy or some sort of drug rehab. And that, from what I understood, has been confirmed that he was there during that Saturday. But again, I don't know. He does have a criminal history as well. And the two are heated, and it's not just Veronica and Wrangler. It's the families. In a motion reportedly filed last November, the children's paternal grandmother opposed any adjustment in the supervised visitation arrangement Butler had with the children. She claimed that the children had been exposed to SA while under her care. That would be Veronica, the mother. So she's saying under their mom's care, they were exposed to SA. Again, I don't know if that's fact. There's a lot of bitter stuff going on with Wrangler's mom, who had the kids, and Veronica and Wrangler. Like, again, it's a very bitter battle for sure. So it's a bitter custody battle that's been going on since 2019. And these two are little guys. It's a little girl and a little boy. There are photos online, but I will not be sharing them because they're minors, and they are safe. They are fine at this point. Veronica had sole custody of her kids until an incident occurred involving a restraining order against one of Veronica's family members and her children. At this time, the children were placed in Wrangler's custody, and Veronica's custody was restricted to 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, with one of 4 court-approved supervisors, and the court-assigned meeting place was Four Corners, which is where they believe she was going to be meeting the grandmother. But again, that's not been completely confirmed that was the actual meetup location. Jilian was not the regular visitation supervisor, but she was on this day because the original lady couldn't go. So she was trying to help out. This preacher's wife and mom, who was just about to move to Nebraska with her family, was helping her out. And they weren't really good friends either. They knew each other. I guess she was attending the church, so she was trying to do a good deed and help someone out. The families were set to appear in a court for a change in the parenting plan in April. So they were set to appear back in court this month. Again, I think that this has a lot to do with this bitter custody battle, and something happened. I believe completely it's foul play, for sure. Someone ran them off the road. Someone stopped them in some way. Someone, basically someone forced them, out of that vehicle. I'm hoping that they're both still alive. And, I feel bad for both of them. And I really especially feel bad for Jilian, because she was just trying to help out and do a good deed. And, gosh, she was, obviously got herself in the middle of a hot mess. Hopefully, I hope and pray again that both of them are okay. They both have kids, both moms, so, and regardless of how many issues Veronica has, and I've heard that she has a lot, and I'm not going to get into it in this particular video, but she's got a lot going on besides this whole custody thing. She's not the most responsible person, from what I understand, with jobs and what have you. No one deserves to be, have something like this happen to them. No one does. And until law enforcement gives us more information, there's just so much speculation going on in this one. What happened to them? Have they been kidnapped, taken somewhere else? Could they be in Oklahoma? Could they be in Kansas? I know Colorado apparently is not too far away, but I don't know if they would have gone that far. But again, this is out there. It's middle of nowhere, Four Corners. Not somewhere I'd want to be from the videos and photos and information I've heard. Not somewhere I'd want to be. But of course, I also wasn't raised in that sort of environment. So, again, let's keep our prayers going for these two women and hope that they are found sooner than later. It's been over a week. And I pray for their families right now, and hopefully we'll have some more answers soon. But let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments. And it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.